Hi everyone and welcome to the AISyndicate channel. OpenAI has done it again. This time they have shared DALL.E with us, which is a neural network trained to generate images from just text input or text caption. This has been explored before, but the examples that you just saw are just the tip of the iceberg. Some of the things that OpenAI has discovered that DALL.E is capable of are just absolutely mind-blowing. So in this video, we will share some of these fascinating results and skim through some of the very basic concepts. So let's get into it. I'm sure most of you by now are familiar with OpenAI. If you're not, they are a company that has a mission to build or help in building safe and beneficial artificial general intelligence, which is basically an AI that can do pretty much any intellectual task that humans can do. Some of you might know that it was initially co-founded by Elon Musk, who made an appearance in our previous video in AI form and showed us some of his moves. So go watch that. Okay, I'm done with the plug. So OpenAI last year released GPT-3, which shook the AI world. It is a gigantic model that can generate new text given a prompt. It has been shown to generate stories, can translate text, and can even write code. Now, DALL.E is a smaller 12 billion parameter version of GPT-3 that is trained to generate images from text and moreover manipulate visual concepts using language. Let's walk through the things it has been shown to do. So this is an example where the input text is a pentagonal green clock, a green clock in the shape of a pentagon. So it generates all these pretty good images. These are typically the top few of the many images it generates. Also, you can change the text input here. There's multiple options to play around with. Links to their blog post will be in the description if you want to play around with it as well. Another really cool example here is of these baby penguin images. The text input here is an emoji of a baby penguin wearing a blue hat, red gloves, green shirt, and yellow pants. The remarkable thing that I want to touch upon is that you're only feeding it this text prompt. But the network is able to make the relations that the hat has to be blue, the shirt has to be green, and the pants have to be yellow on its own. This is known as the variable binding problem, and it's remarkable that DALL.E is capable of doing this in at least a few accurate results. It shows a high level of language understanding and also connecting it to visual concepts. DALL.E can also allow control over the viewpoint of a scene as shown here. The text prompt here is an extreme close-up view of an eagle sitting on a mountain. Now we can just as easily say we want a, let's say, rear view of an eagle sitting on a mountain. And voila! It generates some images from that viewpoint. To extend that further, DALL.E also has the ability to complete images given a portion and a text input. So using that, they try to take this viewpoint rendering further by generating images of the head of a well-known figure with various different viewpoints and angles. And using these, it can recover a smooth animation of the rotating head, which is pretty crazy. It has so many of the capabilities of a 3D rendering engine, but also the additional ability to be flexible with your descriptions of the scene and contents. It's mind-boggling looking at it from that perspective. Now here is where things get even crazier. Given this image prompt and text prompt, it is able to reason just from the text input that we want the lower half of the image to have a sketch of the cat in the upper half of the image. You have to remember that the network isn't explicitly trained to do stuff like this. It does this by reasoning from the prompt, which astonished me in GPT-3 and continues to astonish me here. This ability is called zero-shot reasoning. It doesn't end there either. DALL.E has geographical knowledge too. So the prompt here is a photo of the food of China. And here, as you can see, it generates some dim sum, and feel free to play around with this on your own time. You will encounter many edge cases here, but it still amazes me how versatile it is. Last but not least, it has some temporal knowledge too. The prompt here is a photo of a phone from the fill in the blanks. Now while it doesn't get it perfectly right, it is interesting to see that it has learned the trends in tech over these time periods. And the future and the distant future images always make me laugh. Maybe we are headed back to the indestructible Nokia phones we once liked, but I probably won't bet on it. OpenAI never ceases to amaze. If you guys like that video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Until next time.